This is not a car. This is a declaration of war. Mercedes just dropped the 2026 AMG GT 63 Coupe, and within hours, Porsche engineers were reportedly pulling up spec sheets in a panic. Why? Because this machine doesn't just compete with the 911 Turbo S. It humiliates it in a straight line, and it does it while looking like $1 million concept car that somehow made it to production. But here's the thing nobody's talking about yet. Buried deep in this car's engineering is one decision Mercedes made that could either be pure genius or the biggest gamble in AMG's history. I'm not telling you what it is yet. Stick around because by the end of this video, that one hidden detail is going to change how you see this entire car. Let's start with the number that's breaking the internet: 630 horsepower. From a twin-turbo V8 that Mercedes swore just 2 years ago was on its way out in favor of electrification. They lied to us, and honestly, we're thankful they did. That engine screams to redline with a ferocity that feels almost illegal, launching this 2-ton coupe from 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. Let that sink in. This isn't a hypercar. This is a car you can daily drive to the office, and it will still embarrass supercars costing twice as much at every single stoplight. But speed alone doesn't win wars anymore. Design does, and Mercedes went nuclear here. The front end is lower, wider, and more aggressive than any AMG GT before it, with a grille that looks like it's inhaling the road ahead of it. The body creases catch light in a way that makes the car look like it's moving even when it's parked in your driveway. And if you're the kind of person who lives for details like this, who actually wants to understand what separates a good car from a legendary one, you're exactly the kind of viewer this channel was built for. So do yourself a favor right now, hit that subscribe button, tap the like on this video because we're about to go even deeper and you don't want to miss what's coming. Now let's talk about what's happening inside, because Mercedes didn't just focus on raw power. They focused on obsession. The cabin is drenched in carbon fiber and Nappa leather, wrapped around a curved dual-screen display that looks like it was ripped straight out of a fighter jet. Every stitch, every button, every piece of trim feels like it was placed there by someone terrified of disappointing you. And that's exactly the energy AMG needed after years of getting compared, sometimes unfairly, to Porsche's cabin quality. This time, they didn't just catch up. Many reviewers are already saying they've passed it. Then there's the chassis. Active ride control, rear axle steering, and a torque vectoring system that makes this car rotate through corners like it weighs half of what it actually does. On paper, this shouldn't be possible. A car this powerful, this heavy, isn't supposed to feel this alive in the corners. But somehow, Mercedes cracked the code, blending brute force with surgical precision in a way that genuinely rewrites what we thought an AMG could be. And now, let's get to the number that's causing arguments in every car forum online right now. Pricing starts north of $180,000, and fully loaded configurations are creeping dangerously close to $220,000. For some, that's an outrage. For others, that's a rounding error compared to what this car delivers. Because when you compare it dollar for dollar against its rivals, the GT63 doesn't just hold its ground. It arguably wins on almost every measurable spec. So now, let's finally address that hidden detail I promised you at the beginning. The one decision that could define this car's legacy. Mercedes chose to keep this engine purely gas-powered, resisting the industry-wide shift toward hybrid assistance in this segment. No electric boost, no instant torque-fill turbo lag masking. Just a raw, mechanical, old-school V8 doing all the work by itself. In a world racing toward electrification, that's either the boldest move in automotive history, or it's a car built for an era that's already ending. Some enthusiasts are calling it the last great analog AMG will ever see. Others believe Mercedes just made an irreversible mistake that will haunt their next-generation lineup. Which side are you on? Because that answer says a lot about where you think the entire car industry is headed. If this breakdown opened your eyes to what's really happening under the surface of the 2026 AMG GT 63, make sure you're subscribed. Because we're covering the next wave of high-performance releases before anyone else does. This car isn't just a machine, it's a statement. And whether you love it or hate it, one thing is certain. Mercedes just fired a shot that the entire industry is going to be forced to answer.